Sir,
Dr. Saab.
Brief. Kishori sir?
Yes.
Brief and to
My
the point.
question is this. I went to see the picture, Khane Khuda. There was a session of 3 days. People, Haji Sahab jo the, they were wearing sandalwoods. And then beside that, not eating any as a non-meat food. No haircut, nothing, complete brahmachari and sannyasi. When the picture was over, I asked them, what is this? Those 3 days, complete renunciation, sannyasi, brahmachari, what reply they gave? He said, खाने खुदा था. मैंने कहा, मुसलमान भाइयों, सारा संसार खाने खुदा नहीं है. वही खाना खुदा है. 3 दिन आप रखते हो.
भाई साहब से क्वेश्चन जरा, भाई साहब हमारे चीफ गेस्ट को और हमारे स्पीकर्स को जानना. Please put forward your question.
सारा संसार खाने खुदा है. Please reply to me that those 3 days they were offering is Khane Khuda. What about the whole world is Khane Khuda? Why the killing should not be stopped everywhere, especially in India? This is my question.
Brother, so we will not allow that question. Huh? Sir, on the request of the chief guest and the speaker, will not allow that answer. Maybe have the...
Mr. Rashmibhai Zaveri requested the person to ask a question out of turn. I am willing to answer. I am willing to answer. If chairman says no, then I will. I would love to answer if you allow me. Okay. Anyway, I will control the order. Nothing will go wrong.
Okay, we'll allow him, but a short this thing. What was the question? I didn't hear it.
I heard the question. I am supposed to answer. It's a very good question.
Okay, now quickly and a quick answer, then we'll allow the other gentlemen.
It's a very good question.
Yes.
It's a very good question. It will not create problems. I believe though you all are vegetarians out here, we aren't that violent. It won't create problems, I take guarantee. I will not say something that will create violence. Yes, I know there are non-veg and veg meats in Ahmedabad and Gujarat and there were riots and all. Here, as far as I'm concerned, I speak logical, then nothing happened. The brother asked a very good question. He said that he had seen pilgrims going and for 3 days, they didn't have meat. They didn't have meat. It's on Islam. It's on Islam.
Why Islam allows like this? No, he's asked a question on Islam.
He's asking a question on Islam.
No, but that's non-veg.
He's not asking on Jainism. What's the problem? Are you so much afraid that the answer will make him a non-veg? He will yet be a veg. No problem. I don't want you to become a non-veg. The brother asked a very good question, that why there don't you have non-veg? It's a misinformation. I have been for Hajj several times. Whoever told you a lie that we don't have non-veg. The rule out there is that in that sacred part, at that time, you cannot kill any animal for hunting. At that time only. But not eating non-veg. I have gone there. I eat non-veg. Who says you can't eat non-veg? Yes, we are dressed up in 2 pieces of unsewn cloth. You know why? You know why? Because it's the biggest annual gathering in the world. People come from America, from Canada, from India, from Pakistan, from Indonesia, all dressed up in 2 pieces of unsewn cloth. Identical. You cannot make out the person next to you, whether he's a king or a pauper, for universal brotherhood. Not theoretical, practical. Universal brotherhood. When we offer salah shoulder to shoulder. We eat food, we eat together. We eat even non-veg. Where you got this from, I don't know. Whoever told you, whether Muslim or non-Muslim, he has told you total falsehood. I'm telling you. I've been for Hajj several times. I've been for Umrah. It's totally wrong. And for universal brotherhood, everyone comes there. So that you can make out people from various parts of the world. We have to be one brotherhood. Islamic brotherhood is that all human beings are brothers. And Muslims are brothers in faith.
Yes, brother.
Yes. Mr. Zaveri, this question is for you. At the end of your speech, Mr. Zaveri, this question is for you, please.
Yes, put forward your question.
Mr. Zaveri is having his attention there. Mr. Zaveri, this question is for you. At the end of your speech, you have listed 16 points differentiating between the herbivorous animals and the carnivorous animals. Now, I don't feel there is anyone in the audience to know these differences, except that you want to give emphasis on the point that giving the comparisons of herbivorous animals, you want to show, you want to reflect that humans should also be herbivorous. That is, we should be vegetarian. This is what I understand. Dr. Zakir has already touched few of the points. Now, Dr. Zakir and Mr. Zaveri, I'm not a medical student by profession, I'm an engineering student. I had biology only up to my 10th standard, and thereafter only I had gathered some knowledge from here and there.
Ask your question, please.
Question.
Now here the points which I want to get a comment from your side is that you have said that phytalin is there in the saliva of the herbivorous animal. It is there in the carnivorous animals and it is there present in the humans also. Now you have said that herbivorous animals rotate their jaws while eating. I have never seen a man rotating his jaws.
It's a question of if you want to put a question, you are most welcome.
Put forward
it's not a lecture
your
session.
Question, just
we are not here to hear your impressions. If you are most welcome to ask me a question. Ask me a direct question, I will be too willing to give you a reply.
See,
because both Mr. Trivedi and myself, we have got other appointments, we will be leaving after this.
You ask your question in 3 to 4 sentences, that's all. 3 to 4 sentences.
What was the need for you to give the differentiation between herbivorous and carnivorous animals? What do you want to emphasize?
Yeah, it is a very natural thing that when I stated that almost all limbs and parts of the body of human being are very similar to herbivorous animals, it is for the enlightened audience to decide whether I say, whether you agree with me or not. If you agree, it's well and good. Otherwise, if you don't agree, then also well and good. Who am I to say that you must agree on one point or others? That's okay. Because what I have stated is a scientific fact, which I have got reasons and I have got proof for that. But it is for the audience to see whether it is you are agreeable to that or not. My only point was that by nature, a human being is more, not only more, but 100%, he is herbivorous, and by certain circumstances or by some other reasons, he has been made a carnivorous. Now friends, I must tell you that I am extremely delighted to be here this morning and sharing our views, and so many misconceptions about Islam is now cleared by our learned Dr. Zakir. We never knew that these things are said in Islam, and for that I am extremely thankful to Islam Research Foundation, and I am also thankful to my friend Mr. Salecha Rushabh Foundation, and because of the time constraint of Mr. Trivedi and myself, because we have got other engagements, we will take your leave, and again thank you very much.
Mr. Bade. Mr. Bade has to ask. Yes, you are Mr. Bade? Yes. No, well, excuse me. Mr. Bade has been requested specially to be given a chance to ask question. We have honored that request, and he will be given a chance now. After that, Mr. Trivedi, the last question from that side. And then, yes, last question from there. Ladies, I think, are less in number, so we disallow those 2 questions which were missed out. I hope that would be fair, Mr. Trivedi. Yes, Mr. Bade, then you, and then we finish the session. Yes, Mr. Bade.
Hari Om to Hindus.
Sorry. After we conclude the session, 2 people will get a chance to hear Dr. Zakir. If you want to hear the answer, and those who want to hear can stay back, others can go. Yes, Mr. Bade.
Hari Om to Hindus. Jai Jinendra to Jains. Salam Alaikum to Muslim Bhai.
Walaikum Assalam.
Request to Dr. Zakir. I have all the answers of all your 20 questions, but that will not allow. Kindly give me chance. Any time you will get the logical answers of all the 20 questions. Number 1. Now, all the religions, they follow the God. God is Almighty. Now that means one should follow His rules also. Now what is given by the God? The rules formed up by the God. एक सीधी सी बात है कि जब भगवान ने हमें जन्म दिया है तो उन्होंने हमारे लिए कुछ व्यवस्था भी की है.
I would apply the same rule I applied to the last speaker. Put your question in 5 sentences. Assume Dr. Zakir and Mr. Zaveri know the background. Ask your question. 6 sentences,
please. I am asking you the question only. तो भगवान ने हमारे लिए जो भी कुछ दिया है, उन्होंने कुछ रूल फॉर्म करके दिए हैं. जैसे कि हमारे लिए सबसे एसेंशियल बात है हवा की. Plenty of हवा is available. Abundant हवा is available. उसके बाद पानी रहता है. पानी wherever you go, पानी is available. Now, another thing is food, which I am coming to the question. The food, Bhagavan has given us the food also. कश्मीर में है, हमारे लिए कश्मीर में है, इलाके के मुताबिक दिया है। कश्मीर में है हमारे लिए आलमंड्स दिए है, काजू दिए है, बादाम दिए है, पिस्ते दिए है, जहाँ के वहाँ जरूरी है। 1 सेकंड, राजस्थान में जाओ, आपको वहाँ वो टेम्परेचर के मुताबिक आपको खरबूजा मिलेगा, तरबूजा मिलेगा। यहाँ हमारे लिए 1 सेकंड, क्वेश्चन आई एम टेलिंग यू, यहाँ हमारे लिए हलवा बना के केले पे ऊपर रख दिया, और whatever easily is available he has given is plenty. Now whatever he has given is plenty is cheaper, and whatever he says no, it is not to be taken or it is restricted, should be he has made it costly. So are we following the rule of the God?
Sir, what is your
Very
question on this topic?
Very
He has
good.
understood it. Okay.
I've understood the question. Very long question. Very good question. See, I'm in the field, I can make out the question, I'm in the field. Regarding the first part, that you can answer all 20 points. I have got various students in this field. I'll ask one of my students to have a dialogue at IRF. If you want, anytime, which date? Next Sunday. Next Sunday. Not me, my student. Next Sunday.
I can answer to anybody.
Next Sunday.
Anybody.
Next Sunday.
Anybody.
Okay, done. Next Sunday you're invited. What's your name? Brother, your name?
Everything will be given.
Mr. Bade will come to IRF at 10:30, fine, 10:30 morning, Sunday, same format here, and my student will debate. Anyone. Same topic. His question, that God has provided air, right, water, everything easily available. So why go for things which are uneasily available and costly? Very good question. That you have to point out to Mr. Zaveri. He's telling that vegetables should be transported to Arctic Circle. Vegetables should be transported to deserts. Tell him, I didn't say that. I'm saying if vegetable is available, have vegetable. If animal is available, have the lawful animal. You have to pose that question to him, not to me. Point number 1. You should have easily available food as long as it is lawful. We should have expensive food, you told me. It's like I telling a rich person, why are you living in Nariman Point? You know, 1 square feet of land, apartment, Nariman Point, costs 25,000 rupees. Come to Mira Road, only 1,000 rupees per square feet. When the rich man can afford to pay money to buy a good flat, why are you preventing a rich man to buy good food? And non-veg food, in protein, in and in various ways, medically, it is superior, it's of higher quality. So if rich man can afford it, why are you stopping? If you can't afford, have vegetables. I'm not stopping you. Hope that answers the question.